Have you ever talked to a ghost? I know some of you must be thinking, what is he talking about? Well, I think we all have talked to ghosts so many times, but we simply cannot see it or we can't tell because we don't know. And today I want to show you, please stay with me. One of my friends, a colleague from OQP Community Network, Mr. Fasili Boniface, one time he asked me if I can talk about why so many people cannot go for their dreams, cannot go to start their businesses. And this is one of the very broad topic to discuss about. But today I saw that maybe I could pick only one category or one topic from this this general topic about why people can't start and discuss it with you today. You see, I believe so many people cannot start going for their dreams or career because they are simply afraid of facing a rejection. They are afraid of that word no. And this ghost I'm talking about is that internal conversation that every one of us has been having about the danger, about the possible rejection that you are going to make. And I can give you an example. For example, have you ever wished you could get a particular job, and then from that job they announce a position and you are supposed to apply for it, but the moment you want to apply for it, this is the time now somebody in your mind starts to tell you how undeserving you are. This is the time now you start to realize that you don't have enough skills, you don't have experience, you don't have the capability. Or even for those who are now, they are serious, they want to go into a serious relationship. You have been admiring, say, a girl for a long time, but this time she's available and she has said yes to you, and now you're starting now to think about what can go wrong in a relationship. This is the time now you start to realize that, no, I cannot live with this person forever in my life. I can't. You start to imagine every possible failure that can come in your way. This is the ghost I'm talking about. Have you ever admired to get a scholarship abroad so much, but only to realize that at the time of application that you don't have so many things that you are supposed to have? This is the time now you start to realize you don't have the money, you don't have the good English, you don't know the mathematics, you don't know the physics. This is the ghost I'm talking about. And mind you, the main role of this ghost is to inform you. And the information can be true or cannot be true. It can tell you about the possible danger that you're going to face. It can tell you about the possible rejection you're going to face. And it can be true or it may not be true. But always, the purpose of this ghost is to make sure that you don't take a single step ahead. This is what I wanted to inform you. This ghost, the main role of this ghost is to make sure that you are not going forward, rather you are going backward. So if you are to go into a relationship, the ghost makes sure that you break that relationship the moment he talks to you. The purpose of this ghost is to make sure that you don't apply for that scholarship no matter how much you have admired it from way back in time. The main purpose of this ghost is to make sure that you don't get that job, despite the fact that you were the one prepared for it. This is what I wanted to inform you. Now, the word no can come in various forms. Oh, this rejection, it can come in various forms. One of them, it could be the no itself. Somebody can simply say no after you have presented your idea or anything else. But it can also come in form of criticism. Someone can decide to criticize you so much to the extent you no longer want to go for what you wanted to do. But it can also come in terms of rejection. You see, after knowing that your friends are going to reject you, then you can start to be afraid to do what you wanted to do. You simply because you don't want to be rejected or you don't want to be segregated. Now, what I should encourage you is that you are supposed to know that the fear is always more dangerous than the danger itself, because it tries to enlarge the situation, it worsens the situation. So if it's about the fire, then through that fear, through the conversation that you're having with this ghost, you can see the fire is 10 times bigger than the real fire itself. And before we proceed with more discussion, please let me tell you the reason or why people will say no. And you are going to realize that this no, this rejection is never personal, but it is how it is. Please come with me. The first reason people will say no or they will reject you is because they simply don't know you. According to Brian Tracy from his book, Psychology of Selling, he's saying people like to do business with someone they know they can trust. And you all agree with me that you can always trust somebody you know. And this is why some customers would rather buy a poor product from the business with a good reputation than buy a superior product from the business whose name is not known. So this is one of them. Number two, people will always reject you because they simply cannot understand you. And sometimes it can happen, somebody is already having a predetermined image about you. He's always thinking that you are a stupid one. He's always thinking that you are the dumb one. They already think that you are the poor one. So by having this conception already, whatever you're going to bring on the table, they will reject you. I suppose many of you can agree with me. Even when you go to the villages, some people are always denied even an opportunity to speak up simply because they know they are poor. What are they going to tell us? You don't have any money. What can you tell me about money? Please, shut up. There is this rejection. But number three, people will always reject you because they simply don't understand your vision or your dream. According to Leslie Brown, he says that people don't always understand your dream or vision because it was given to you, not to them. That's why they will never understand it. But that was number three. Number four, people, they will reject you because they don't understand your product or your service. And one vivid example of this is Elon Musk. I went through some of his videos, and Elon Musk explains that he presented, for example, this idea of taking this, now I can't even remember the name, of taking this spacecraft to Mars. He has presented this idea so many times to many people, but everybody has been rejected that idea. Everyone has been rejected it until recently when he decided to do it himself. And that is when some other people now started to understand, so this is what he was referring to. Oh, this is what he wanted to do now. Okay, now we can tell. And it can happen to you that people will never understand your product. It can be right, it can be good, it can be for the very best intention, but they simply don't understand it. Number five, it could be they simply don't want you to win. In one of the books, I think one of my sisters presented to me, it has this title, The Black Crab Syndrome. And I checked the summary and realized what is being talked in there is that some people, they want you to be good, but not better than they are. They don't want you to win. They want you to always be down there. So, and when you show any indication of coming to their level, then they will simply start to reject you in any way they can. And this also correspond to point number 6, which says the fear of competition. Some people will always reject you because they can see you are coming to compete with them. They have always been respected in the society, that they are the richest man in the society. And when you indicate as if now you are coming up, then they can feel that competition which they don't desire. They will start to reject you. Someone has always been identified as the main boxer in the community, And all of a sudden you start coming, boxing so well and skilled. This guy, if he gets the chance of rejecting you, he will reject you so many times to make sure that you don't get an opportunity to reach where he has reached. And it can happen in many other forms as well. But number 7, it could be the reason that you simply don't fit. For example, there are no space. 4 people are needed and 5 people have applied for the position. Definitely one is going to miss that position, and it doesn't mean that he wasn't good enough, but simply there was no enough space. That can be the one reason. But also it can be due to lack of convenience. For example, you are far, or you are missing one document, or you're missing one skill. You're very good, but they needed somebody who has a programming experience, and they reject you. But all in all these reasons that I've mentioned to you, if you examine them very closely, you will realize they are not personal. They are not about you. These reasons are about the one who is rejecting you. And if also you would take advantage of looking also closer, you will realize that some of the reasons that can help you to improve. For example, you see, they reject your idea because they cannot understand your product or service. Then you have a chance to improve it and to the level that they can understand it. Or if you're not good enough, this is the message for you, that this is an opportunity for you to work on yourself, to better yourself to the level that they will not have any reason to reject you. Though they might still, because there are so many reasons that I've mentioned here, people can reject you. But all you have to do is to make sure that you better yourself. Okay, now let's go back to the message. Like, why did I give you these reasons? I gave you these reasons because you have to understand why people reject your product or service. You have to understand why people they reject you, so that you can use it to improve yourself, to adjust yourself, so that you can be able to operate, not to be accepted. Sometimes it can happen. Always somebody wants to reject you. The main role here, or the main thing you are supposed to do, is to make sure that you are good enough to stand, to proceed working on your dream. And this is why you should not always look at the fear itself, but you should walk through it. Les Brown says nobody is without fear in this world. Everybody has fear. But the difference is there are those people who fear and do it anyhow. You see, I know I don't have that good English, but I have reached to the point that I decide to do a speaking anyhow. Somebody can know that maybe I'm not good in mathematics, but I'm going to do engineering anyhow. And to your surprise, at the end of the day, most of these people, they end up realizing that they were as good as any other person can be. So in concluding this video, my biggest message to you, don't ever let that fear stop you. If it's about doing something, say, my product will not be so good. Les Brown says that anything that is worthy to do, it's worthy doing it badly until when you can manage to do it well. Which means that start where you are with what you have, with what you can do. But do it anyhow and improve yourself minute after minute, day after day, week after week, until you become the best that you can be. That should be our motive. That should be our determination. That should be our focus, all of us. And I'm sure that we are going to proceed forward and reach where we have admired to reach. Thank you so much for listening. Please, I would really love to hear your feedback. How did you find this message? Was it useful? Where should I improve? What should I work on? I really appreciate in advance for your feedback. Apart from that, please don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe. But more importantly, don't forget to share it with your loved ones so that together we can all proceed forward. Thank you so much, and bye-bye.